Alright, on this video we're going to focus on editing our home page. So from the dashboard we're going to go over to pages. We can click pages or we can click all pages. They'll take you to the same spot. On all pages we can see all the pages we have that exist on our website. Right now there's only 4, but only 2 of these pages are visible to the public. A couple ways to know are published dates. There's no published, these are last modified. Right over on this side. It'll say draft next to the ones that are drafted, or at the top we have all, mine, which is the pages I created, or you since I'm logged in as you, and then published. There's 2 published, there's 2 in draft. Published means it's out in the public eye, available for consumption. 2 things to notice on here is this blog post, or page, excuse me, has a special notice of post page where our home page says front page, and that identifies through WordPress that this is where our blog posts go. This is our home page for all the site under everything else that exists here. 2 very special tags that you won't see on the rest of the pages under any both published or drafts. Another item you'll notice is that, let's go back to our published, it's a little easier to look at. This tag right here, Elementor, exists here, but not on the blog post. That means this page was built with the page builder Elementor. So instead of clicking the page title or edit, we're going to click edit with Elementor to get to our edit page. Without digging too deep into Elementor and making this an hour-long video, we're going to quick go over the main idea of how Elementor works. So this header is a different section altogether. This gets edited elsewhere, and I'll help you make that change, or at least walk you through the first changes you need to make on the header to ensure that there's no issues that would affect the site overall. That's also the case for the very bottom here for that footer. You can see edit footer is a different section. It all looks the same as we're editing our page, but it just lives in a different section or different area because it's going to be a special template that's applied across the entire website. So from the top, all of Elementor has the same edit options. They're going to be on the left-hand side when you're inside the WYSIWYG editor, as we are now, and you're going to be able to click on the element or right-click on the element. If you mouse over or left-click the element, you'll see a few section icons here, which are add a section, edit that section, or delete the section. Inside the section we have rows. This is a column. There's another column. If we were to click the edit column, there's our edit option. If I were to right click, I can go to edit column as well. If we're over text, which this is a header, or we're on a row, but then there's text inside of it, we've got 3 different things we're looking at. We have a row of text, which is a header here. Here's how you edit that heading. We have a column right here. That's how you would edit that column. Then here's the row, or intersection, excuse me, is what they call it in Elementor, that we would edit here. Right click here, we're in our headings. Right click here, there's our column. Right click here, here's our section. You can click each one. There. Changes our settings over here. We're seeing edit intersection up top. If I were to click in here, now we're seeing edit heading. So you don't even have to click inside the edit options for some of these items. So obviously the section exists outside of the heading. If you can click anywhere in the section without highlighting this text, then they'll give you the settings over here. But typically the items inside of a section or a row are going to have precedence when you do that. So clicking settings here, now we're good. One thing we'll see across the board for all items inside of Elementor are the same tabs under the section editing sections that we have available to us. First one would be layout, general layout about how wide or tall that section or element is, how it works with the other elements inside of the page. Style associated with whether it's a background image, video, gradients, even a slideshow. We can do overlays inside of sections. And then there's advanced, which gives us our margins, our padding, some motion effects, some different responsive features. So let's say we had 2 different headings for desktop and mobile. We can turn this one off, hide it on tablet here, hide it on mobile here. If it's hidden, it actually grays itself out. So that's telling me while I'm in desktop view mode, this is actually hidden on a desktop view. So I know that based on this coloring and the stripes across it. Simply uncheck hide. Now it's viewable to everywhere. If I were to do this, oops, I can't see my other buttons here. Let's close that guy. There we are. And then look at it in our tablet mode. It grays out because I have it hidden on tablet, but now it's visible to tablet. If I go to mobile, grayed out again. But what I did is instead edited our style and content based on the monitor size. So let's go to our text options. Style. Here's our typography. And then right here we can see mobile, tablet, and then desktop. So there's that web design part, the stuff you pay me for, is where I go through each and every, I guess, general size of device and make sure that it looks good. So if you do find one that doesn't look good, let me know, and I'll see if I can edit these settings to make sure that it looks well on a device you might use or somebody that is using your website uses. Again, every single one of these items has the same exact edit sections. This is a slider writing your quotes. So if we were to click the pencil, or if I were to right click, edit slides, my internet's a little slow, or simply clicking on the slider gets me to our slide editing. So there's our content, but there's no layout options in this one because it's based on our section. Here's the style, and here's the advanced with all those same attributes and items that we discussed for the heading further up the page. Difference on the slider is it actually has slides versus just a text box. And so each one of these have content in there. So we could put a background image, text, and then set some style based on the individuals. Right now they're applicable to all of the different slides, so it's consistent, but you could change each one. This could be blue text, this one could be red text, next one could be black, and so on. Another way to edit an element in Elementor. Let me find one more option for you. Let's see. So again, if we want to edit the form, we click our form. It has a different section because it's managed by different software, but it stays right inside your WYSIWYG editor. You don't have to go look for it. And once these settings pop up, you'll see the same familiar Elementor edit options. So here's our elements. Here's a column that we're working with. Let me click that column. Oh, there's layout style advanced again. Here's my form, and that's the email because it's a special one. It does a validation to ensure that there is an @ symbol in there and a .com net, whatever, to ensure that it's an actual email address that you receive and you don't get any spam. A little different if we go look at the name. And so if we want to change that, so we got Anderson as a filler. I think that's the guy who wrote this. I just left it as default. But if you want to change that or delete that altogether, simply click edit form, click first name, click over to edit last name. There's the Miku. We're all done. Update and close. There's our nice private form. I'm going to leave it at that for editing pages for now.